This is Tom Hardy's final outing as Venom, but is it any good? Venom The Last Dance is the final installment of the Venom trilogy following Venom 2018 and Venom Let There Be Carnage 2021. It is also the fifth film in Sony's Spider-Man universe and stars Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock and Venom. Also directed by Kelly Marcel, who is notable for writing the scripts for Venom and Venom Let There Be Carnage, Venom The Last Dance will be her directorial debut. Okay, hear me out. I'm not saying she did a bad job. I did actually enjoy this movie, but what I'm saying is this is her directorial debut and it shows a little bit. Again, it's not a deal breaker, but I did want to call attention to this little tidbit. The film practically picks up from two end scenes, one from Spider-Man No Way Home and also from Venom Let There Be Carnage. And that's all because of the multiverse situation created by Peter Parker and Doctor Strange. However, they didn't go deep into the Spider-Man multiverse aspect, they just did a jump cut and he was back from the multiverse story to focus purely on the Venom saga as expected. Eddie Brock and Venom must make a devastating decision as they are pursued by a mysterious military man and alien monster from Venom's home world. As circumstances tighten, they are compelled to make a heart-wrenching choice that could mark the end of their symbiotic partnership. Okay, so I'm gonna clear something up and this is not a spoiler. Venom is chased by Null, the creator of the symbiotes, as Venom holds the key to free him from some kind of jail that he's in. And Eddie is chased by the military wanting to extract Venom as well as pin him for a murder. And with that said, here's the pros and cons, starting with cons. Con number 1. Patrick Mulligan, also known as Toxin Symbiote, really didn't do much in this movie. It's like they had a plan for that character, and then somewhere halfway through they just went, nah. Con number 2. Venom Let There Be Carnage was nice enough to have two separate colored symbiotes, red and black, so we could easily tell which symbiote was fighting which. This movie had a lot of symbiotes fighting each other at the same time, and it was a little hard to tell which one is which and when, but it's not a deal breaker for me at all, but it is kind of confusing. Con number 3. The loose premise of this film is that when Eddie and Venom are visibly combined as one, they can be spotted by the alien tracking them. But for one scene, they decided to go dancing with Mrs. Chen for some reason, which led the alien straight to their location. Why would they do that? It's just very dumb. Con number 4. It has a few unnecessary conveniences that are borderline silly. Venom is just bonding with anything and everything from now on. In the previous movies, it was suggested that symbiosis with most living things were very rare. So yeah, I guess we should just shut up and forget about it. Con number 5. The movie feels like it lacks focus. It's just a bunch of things happening, which is not entirely a deal breaker for me, but it's still just a bunch of things happening. And now for the pros. Pro number 1. It's a fun movie, and if you liked Venom 1 and 2, you will enjoy this movie too. Pro number 2. Tom Hardy was a professional. He delivered a brilliant performance as expected. Pro number 3. Rhys Ifans, who plays Dr. Connors, who later becomes the villain Lizard in The Amazing Spider-Man and Spider-Man No Way Home, is in Venom The Last Dance as Martin Moon. Just a normal family guy this time around, but technically, he's in the same universe as his villain self. It felt like an Easter egg for the keen observer. Pro number 4. Kelly Marcel said that while The Last Dance concludes the story arc of Eddie Brock and Venom, it sets up the character Null for future appearances within the SSU and is the beginning of the character's story. Pro number 5. While the film was intended as a conclusion of the Venom trilogy, Hardy expressed interest in reprising his role in the future and having his character crossover with Spider-Man, saying, "Never say never." I'm gonna go ahead and rate this movie a 6 out of 10. I enjoyed it. I also think it's mediocre and largely forgettable over time. I definitely recommend this movie to anyone who has seen the previous two movies and enjoyed it. You might as well finish off strong. Even though I said it's a bit mediocre, it's still a lot of forgettable fun and action, and sometimes you just need something you don't have to think too deeply about. And that right there is my 2 cents. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.